Is it just me, or are most time management books written by people who have no home responsibilities outside of showing up for dinner and maybe a baseball practice? Get to work at 5 a.m. and knock out your essential tasks for the day, said no caregiver ever. Enter Laura Vanderkam's book, Off the Clock. Vanderkam is a mother of 4, and she understands the reality of life. And because life is about more than just work, she discusses time optimization through the lens of career, relationships, and self. So for all the small business owners who became entrepreneurs for more freedom in your life, this is the book for you. Tip number 1, understand how you use your time. You can't improve your time usage if you don't understand how you're actually spending your days. Just like anything else, you need metrics. Vanderkam recommends tracking your time in 30-minute intervals for a week. Admittedly a bit tedious, but doable. You don't have to be hyper-specific, but go beyond things like family or work. Say ate dinner with family, or went grocery shopping, or social media creation. Also, be honest about time that you spend working, but not actually working. Online shopping, or maybe Instagram scrolling. Once you have this information, you can go back and see how you're using your time. How much of your perceived work time is not actually work at all? And how much leisure time do you have every day? And how many of those hours are kind of wasted on social media and TV? Odds are you have a lot more leisure time than you thought. Tip number 2, make memories to slow time. Vanderkam hypothesizes that adults feel like time passes quickly because so much of our time is routine. As a kid, you're constantly doing, learning, and experiencing new things, and this novelty creates memories. But as an adult, you get stuck in routines that are so redundant, your experiences blend together, and when you look back at the last month, year, or even decade, it's all a blur. To slow time, you need to intentionally create more memories. Use your leisure in what Vanderkam calls effortful fun. A dinner party will create vivid memories that you can enjoy in the future, but you'll never remember hours spent scrolling through other people's dinner party posts on social media. Effortful fun does take more effort, but isn't it worth sacrificing some of your TV and social media hours to plan that party and make more memories? Tip number 3, create more time for the important stuff. As a small business owner, you may think that being busy is a key indication of how successful you are. How often have you heard someone complain or brag about the number of hours they work? Oh, I work 80 hours every week. Even if you're not claiming an 80-hour work week, as an entrepreneur, you are taught that you need to be constantly busy to be successful. But you didn't become a business owner to be busy. You became a small business owner to create the life that you want. And that means making time for, well, the important stuff. You should only add things to your calendar that will help move your business, relationships, and personal well-being forward. So to help with this, here are some tips. Say no to things that you don't want to do. It's hard to say no, but it's really important. Treat your future self with the same kindness as you would your current self. If you wouldn't agree to do something next week because you're too busy, don't agree to do it in October. You're going to be busy then too. Reflect on things you've already agreed to. Review your calendar to see if there are meetings you can shorten, combine, or even remove. Odds are the other attendees are also busy and will appreciate the extra time. Tip number 4, stop trying for the best. It may seem wise to try and find the best solution to whatever problem you're facing, but truth is, it's a waste of time. There is no such thing as the best, and searching for it will cost you countless hours and a lot of misery. Vanderkam recommends just setting a list of criteria you need to be happy and then finding a solution that meets that criteria. For example, you may be looking for a new piece of software to organize your projects. Identify the core features you need and do a little research. Narrow it down to a few choices and then ask your network if they have recommendations. If you don't have the right network, that's okay. Just read some reviews, make a choice, and get to implementing. Tip number 5, use mindset to manage the difficult times. Sometimes the reality is that you have to make work a greater priority than your relationships and taking care of yourself. As an entrepreneur launching a business, it takes an extraordinary amount of work. And when you finally get that client or opportunity of your dreams, you may have to put everything else on hold to be sure that you wow the person you're working with. In difficult times, Vanderkam suggests that your mindset is essential to get through. First, you have to acknowledge in your brain that the situation is temporary and reflect on the benefits that will come when you make it through. And second, even when work is overwhelming, you're really spending every minute working. There are still good moments. During those moments, pause, linger, and reflect, and appreciate the joy that you are experiencing. My small business book review for Off the Clock. If you became an entrepreneur to have a better life, Laura Vanderkam's Off the Clock is a must-read. It is not your standard time management book, which is a great thing. I love this book, and I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Go read it and create not only a more successful business, but a better life. Hey, small business owners, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you'd like to join the discussion, visit us at Climb the Small Business Book Club. The link is in the description, and we'd love to meet you.